You don't often think about it, but you can't live without it. Hey friends, it's Pastor Mike from Fellowship Church. I always enjoy connecting with you midweek. This is Holy Week, one of the biggest and best and most important weeks of the year for every follower of Jesus. But that thought for you again, you don't often think about it, but you can't live without it. Right about now you're thinking, okay, what's the it there, Pastor Mike? Well, it's blood. Now, I know as soon as I say that, some of you might think a little bit about, ooh, that's icky, and I sure like it when that stuff's on the inside and not the outside. In fact, the sight of blood makes me a little nauseous, but your blood is fascinating. Did you know that you have about 11 pints of blood in your body? The average adult, 11 pints, that's almost a gallon and a half. You have over 60,000 miles of blood vessels in your body. Again, average adult, 60,000 miles. That's enough to circle the globe 3 times. Globe's only 20,000 miles around, 60,000 miles of blood cells. And if you have that 11 pints of blood, that 11 pints of blood contains somewhere between 20 and 30 trillion red blood cells. 20 and 30 trillion, that's a lot, which is good because you lose about 2 million every second. Those red blood cells die, which means that over the course of this video, right there, you lost 2 million. Oh, there's another 2 million. I'll try to talk faster. We'll keep this going. But friends, you don't often think about it, but that blood is so important to your life because you can't live without it. Your blood filters away wastes out of your body and passes through livers and kidneys, and that blood brings things like nutrients and oxygen. You literally can't live without it, which is the same message we see in the Old Testament of the Bible. Numerous times in the Old Testament, we are told that there is life in the blood. When God is speaking to Israel about the necessity of their offering sacrifices and shedding the blood of animals in their worship services, God is saying to them, there is life in the blood, meaning as they're offering up these sacrifices, those sacrifices are a substitute for their own life. And they are saying, God, we are giving life to you because there's life in that blood, which is exactly what Jesus said. Jesus, with his disciples, said things like, this is the blood of my covenant. And then also said later on, take and drink, this is my blood, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins. The book of Hebrews tells us that there is no redemption without blood. The book of Ephesians tells us there's no forgiveness without blood. Friends, blood is absolutely necessary for life, both physically speaking and spiritually speaking, because you gain life through the blood of Jesus Christ. And because this is Holy Week, and because we're coming up on this time when Jesus celebrated his Last Supper with his disciples. By the way, looking forward to a great service on Thursday night. Hope you'll join us. Jesus' Last Supper with his disciples. And then, of course, on Friday, we commemorate and remember the fact that Jesus died on the cross, crucified, shedding his blood for us. And then on Sunday, we get to celebrate what that blood does for us, friends. That blood gives us life now and gives us life into eternity. Friends, there is life in the blood. Physically speaking, you don't often think about it, but you can't live without it. Friends, spiritually speaking, you may not often think about it, but you can't live without it. And that is the blood of Jesus Christ, because through Jesus' blood, you have life. And may you remember the sacrifice that was given so that you might have this life, the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. Friends, we do hope that you'll join us at Fellowship either this coming Thursday night for the Holy Thursday service or Sunday for Easter Sunday. We always look forward to seeing you. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Know that we love you and pray for you. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.